Hello, my lovely floss tube friends. I think that's what Teresa says, anyways. I just don't have the cute accent she has. So it is Monday, September 2nd. No, crazy, right? Like, I think it's only been a week, maybe week and a half. But whoa, yeah, look, I have the day off. So might as well get it done, right? So welcome. I'm Shari, cross stitcher, quilter, sometime machine embroiderer, dog mom. He's snoozing back there. Mom to a couple of college kids, soon to be, knock on wood, empty nester. One graduating in December, one graduating in May. Be nice to get them off payroll. Yeah, get them off the payroll would be awesome. Anyway, so welcome. Channel's mostly about cross stitch, a little bit of life here and there. Every once in a while, I'll have some quilting updates or other sewing project updates, but mostly about cross stitch. So if you're new here, hope you find something you like. If you're returning subscriber or returning viewer, thank you. I'm trying really hard to get back on a more regular schedule. Although, as we talk about life, you're going to see that might not be possible. Oh, I've got serious fuzzies going on today. It's a little humid outside, thunderstorm, and the rosacea is kicking my butt this week. So here we go. All right, quick. This one will be short and sweet. So life update. What's going on? Life's been kind of boring the last week. Hallelujah. It's been a while since I've had a boring week. Yeah, it was kind of nice. We just, did and got things clean. I say boring. No, the only non-boring part of the week, last Thursday, I remember what we were doing. Probably getting ready to take the dog for a walk. Finish, usually we eat dinner, take the dog for a walk in the evening, walk dinner off, let the dog, get out and get his sniffs in. And my husband decides to tell me at that point in time, I don't know why he waited, that, or maybe he forgot. It's quite possible that we had a house viewing the next morning at 9 a.m. Well, okay, let's cut the walk short. As to be 100% completely honest, I had not done crap for cleaning and putting things. Well, I had put a lot of it away since we got back from vacation. I mean, the house was not show ready. Let's put it that way. Definitely not show ready. For anyone who's curious, because I know I had somebody send me a message after last time or something, and we are not leaving Texas. As the kids are, there's nothing that ties us here to the Corpus Christi area. We have no family here. We moved here for a job, and my husband has since left that job, and he now works remotely for the VA. So nothing keeping us here. Once the kids graduate, well, Hannah's in San Antonio already anyway, and move away, I would much prefer to move back to San Antonio, to the San Antonio area. It's a bigger city, more things to do. It's easier to get direct flights in and out of for work. So yes, that is the plan, to move back to the San Antonio area. So it'll be good, but it is, our house is a custom built home. It is built for a taller person. All of the cabinets are ergonomically raised to my height. And I'm the shortest person in the house at 5'8". I've shrunk a little bit. I'm 5'7 3/4 now. But so, all of our counters are between 40 and 41 inches tall. So yeah, that was crazy. So we cleaned all night and then got up at 6 a.m. the next morning and cleaned some more, but it was ready. And I think they're very interested. They We have a VA assumable loan, so it's at 3%, which is a steal right now. So I think they're waiting for some paperwork on that. So hopefully we'll hear something this week once they get all of that stuff figured out. And, that would be a little hectic right here coming into a very busy work time. But then, let's see, Saturday, I went over to Rockport and had lunch with my friend Regina, and we exchanged finally, because I have not been here very much when we usually have our stitchy meetups in Rockport, exchanged our round robin. So I had hers and she had mine. We were the last two to give them back. We'll talk about that in a minute. And then yesterday, planned a nice boring day at home because it was the last day of the Saturday start along for our San Antonio area stitchers group. And I was hoping to have Saturday and Sunday just to stitch all I wanted on my Bella Filipina that I was starting. But no, panic phone call from the kid. Girl is down from San Antonio with friends, rented a house at the beach. Her car wouldn't start. Well, hell, you know. I mean, her car, she has a cute little Jeep Renegade, it's yellow, stick shift. She won't get rid of it because they don't make manuals anymore. Anyway, the car was a 2016, brand new on the lot that we bought in 2018. Nobody wanted it because it was a stick shift. They could not sell the thing. The thing was brand new, sitting on the lot for 2 years with like 10 miles on it. So, and we got it for a steal. It was great, great deal. But so the battery sat there for 2 years, and then she's had it for 6. So I'm assuming 8-year battery life is not too bad. But so had to go buy her a new battery, haul it out to the island, which you can imagine the traffic being a holiday weekend. I did not take the ferry. We went the long way around, which was really stupid. If I had thought about it even for half a minute, we'd have flown because the house they're renting is across the street from the airport on Port Aransas. It would have taken us, it's like a 5-minute flight. Would have been way faster. Anyway, got out there, got that done, and got back home and then basically sat and of course spent the rest of the night and the afternoon kind of just chilling and watching some TV because it was hot. Although it's actually cooled off a little bit, it's humid because we've had a good bit of rain the last few days. So it's not Lord of the Rings, but it's the Rings of Power series. Is season 2 has started on Prime, and I realized as we started watching, I was like, we must never have finished season 1, and yet we missed we didn't watch the last 3 episodes of season 1, so we had to go back and watch those first before we get into these. So yeah, that's been my day. And then this morning, my son and I went over to our favorite taco place in Rockport, had tacos, and then here I am. So as I mentioned, kind of a busy fall coming up. Oh, the other cool live update, we found a hangar in San Antonio. So that was one of our concerns about moving up there was hangar space. It's hard to get in San Antonio. So Kevin got a phone call last week and we finally got a T hangar at Stinson Airport on the south side of San Antonio. So yay, we got to go up sometime this week to pick up the keys and move our airport car from the airport in Castroville over to Stinson and put it in there. One more crazy schedule. That's what I was going to talk about before we go to Hall. Doing things a little out of order this time. So I have a lot of stuff coming up this fall, a lot of work stuff, a lot of retreats. I wanted to make sure I got everything straight. So I sat down and made myself a planning schedule. So I got to go to Carthage, Texas, the week of the 9th. Probably won't be recording then. And then into October, we have our Queen's retreat in October 17th to the 20th. And then I have Google training. I will literally be flying out. So I won't be there for the whole day on Sunday, guys. I will be flying out Sunday to go to Google back in San Jose for that whole week. And then I'll come home and be home for a few days. I need to do early voting. Early voting starts the 21st because my schedule is so crazy. And then we have the Blooms retreat in New Braunfels, the 1st of November through the 3rd of November. And then I have my mom and sister are coming in and we're going to do Girls Weekend the week of November 8th. And then I have to go to Coppell. I think I'm saying that right. If you live in Coppell, Texas, and I said it wrong, I'm sorry. But by Dallas, Fort Worth. I have to go there the 11th through the 13th for work. And then the November 19th through the 21st, I will be in San Antonio for a occupational health course. Then we have Thanksgiving holidays. And then we have Valero training. So I will be at Valero in San Antonio the first week of December. And then I will be at the Valero in Port Arthur the next week and flying in between to come to the one in Corpus Christi. So yeah, my week is kind of my month. The next 3.5 months is going to be a little nutty. So I can't guarantee how much I will be recording, but we shall see. Try to keep up. Okay, now home. I'm going to do that one first because it's literally, since I haven't been to Leslie's, I tried to count Hannah into going by and picking it up for me. She wouldn't. She's like, I don't have time. I'm like, whatever. So hopefully next week when we go up to get the keys to the hangar, I will be able to go by and pick up my stuff. And the only other thing I got was my new bag from House of Stitch and Stash. Love these. They're beautiful. So well put together. All right. Stitching progress. Yay. All right. So last time we talked, I was going to start my Northern Express Needlework Twisted Christmas Sampler. Kind of see it. This is a lot of specialty stitches. I'm not doing it with the silks. I'm doing it just with the DMC, and I changed. I think did it call for Krennic? I'm not sure if it called for Krennic, but I changed it to Petite Treasure because I don't like Krennic. And what's going to happen with that? Since didn't they buy Krennic? This is Under the Sea Fabrics 32 count Lugana. I believe it is chamomile. Oh, I did have one other thing for haul. We'll talk about it in a sec. It's not really haul. I mean, it's just a new tool. All right, so this is where we started. Of course, started in the upper corner, and I did not realize I had to go back and read it later, but specialty stitches are supposed to be done with one strand. So these guys and these guys and these guys all go to two strands, but that's okay because I kind of like how they're kind of poofy. I don't know if you can see how raised they are. They kind of get it. They are a little poofy, which I like. I don't remember the names of all the stitches, but where I realized was when I started coming in here and doing the pine cones, which are queen stitches. Oh, two strands was too much. way too much. So I had to go back to doing the one strand, and that's like 6 queen stitches in that little thing. And then this is one for the next, and this group will fill in. It will all be queen stitches filling up this whole thing all the way in. So that's going to take forever. I mean, they're really pretty, but they take forever. They're just very long. And then it actually has the stitches demarcated into different colors. So you'd be switching colors like every 3 stitches. And I opted to go with, I was going to go with Santa Claus, but the Weeks I Work Santa Claus, but I didn't realize it's got black in it, like for his boots. And so it's a DMC, Coloris. I don't remember the number. Where did it go? There it is. 4042. And it is truly red, white, and green. So I decided to go with that one. Instead of having to stitch every single one, just the variegated floss is looking pretty good, I think. So that got 2 days work on it over the weekend with our Saturday start. And then I had 1 more day to work on Hogwarts in the Bank. I wouldn't say that I got a full day's work on it because I don't remember what was happening. It was a busy day. Regardless, didn't get a whole lot more done on it. I filled in a little bit more over here in the grays and stuff in the glass. So it's coming along. It's going to take forever, but it's going to look so cool later. And then next up, that is to be worked on. I haven't worked on that yet. I don't know how that got in that pile. I'm in the right piles. I feel like I should have another project up here. So, Stitch It Picasso on Instagram sent me a message and asked if I wanted to do a I don't know if you call it a model stitch or not, but some stitching, stitch up one of the designs. They, give you the design for free. And then, I just finished it and send them pictures so they can put it on their webpage, I guess. And so I picked this cute little guy I think he's called Teensy Weensy Texas. And when you're stitching it at first, you don't really see it, but if you look at it from a distance, you're like, oh, that's mountains and this is sky, and there's the river coming through. So it actually turned out really good. The only thing I changed, I used all the called for DMC, was I added one more stitch out there to make El Paso look more like it actually does, the tip of Texas. So, and then I FFO'd it yesterday, and I was going to put just one singular line of the rope around it and like do a little tie down here at the bottom, but I couldn't make it look right. And then for somehow it like rolled back on itself and kind of looked like this, like the braided, and it's really just rolled around itself. And so I glued it down just like that. And I was like, I like it. It works. And squashed a little thing in here because I made the mistake of cutting when I was cutting the little thing up. It had a leather little thing in there. Well, I accidentally chopped it. So that didn't happen. That took me like 2.5 days. And then I FFO'd it yesterday morning. And then next up was Eva by Nora Corbett. We looked at this last week. I worked a lot more on the black. I think I almost have all of the black done, except her hat, hair, and the very tip of the broom. So big overall effect first. So there's out here where I parked the thread, there's some broom out here. I didn't feel like moving the Q-snaps. And then this goes up to like her shoulder area, and then you'll have hat and hair back in here will be the, I hope that wasn't really noisy dragging on the microphone there, but I decided before I put her away that I wanted to get started on the purple. So there actually is some dark purple added in down here in the bottom. I know it all looks black on my screen, but trust me, that's purple. You can kind of see it there. So got that. She got 2 full days and love how that's coming along. And then it was time for my next Saturday new start, which was, if you remember, Bella Filipina, maiden of, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, Tubataha. I don't know. Apparently that's the name of a reef in the Philippines, but she's beautiful and amazing. And I am doing her on Under the Sea Fabrics 32 count Opal Lugana in Pomona. And she has lots of beads and specialty fibers and all kinds of stuff. A lot of DMC too, but so I'm a middle starter. The middle was somewhere in here. And so it's 6 pages. And this is almost to the top of the 3rd page because it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so I started on the 3rd page. And so anything that you see, like the holes in here are the only color of, I don't like Krennic, so I switched it, but I couldn't get the, they didn't have 1, 2, 3 stitches out of the navy blue. So I'm hoping when I go by Leslie's, I can get the navy blue Petite Treasure braid to put in those holes. And then there's beads out here. There's beads all through this. And then in here, there's some Petite Treasure braid that is supposed to look like Vatican gold. And of course, I matched these things up as close as I could and then started down. This is, sorry, it'd be easier if I picked this up. So the curve in her hip right there. And literally her body, the flesh tone starts right here. So I'm pretty happy with the progress on that in 2 days, especially considering I didn't get started on her until after I got home from lunch with Regina on, it was probably 3-ish on Saturday after because I stopped and got groceries on the way home. So yeah, it was a little bit. And then yesterday, of course, it was cut short timing by kiddo issues with a car battery. And get all that tucked away. Oh my gosh, get in there. Fussing with stuff. Okay. Get that all tucked away. Whoa, about to have an avalanche over here. So she is all tucked away in her bag. Plop. And I don't know if you'd call this stitching progress or not, but I got my, like I said, I got my round robin back from Regina, and this was our Coastal Bend Stitchers round robin. And so I did this one. That's me, SB24 over here. This one at the bottom was Regina's, and this one at the top was Laura's, and this one was Cindy's. So I think I know exactly what I'm going to do with this, because I stole the idea from somebody I saw on Instagram yesterday. Okay, so after seeing this, and it was Facebook, where I saw the finishing idea that I had for it. She took a stitchy kit. I don't know. Regardless, it was a cute little kit that she mounted her stitching to. Now I'm going to have to figure out how to mount it appropriately, but the kit that she had, I finally found it on Amazon, is a little too small for this piece. So I found one that was appropriately sized, and it's pink. So I am going to figure out how to mount that on here, and I'm going to love the inside. It's actually like a toiletry kit, but you could totally use this to carry stitchy tools with you to retreats, right? I mean, it has a whole separate other one in. So I'm not sure why, but for some crazy reason, the thing quit recording. So who knows? Anyway, back to cute bag. This is what it's going to look like. I'm going to figure out how to mount it on there. And that's pretty much it. Let's see. What did I miss? I don't remember what all I showed you from the bag. If I showed you it, regardless, doesn't matter. It's old. It's beyond that. The only other thing that I wanted to show you guys was my cool light that I got from Amazon. This is something I saw on an Instagram ad, and I am not the most trusting of Instagram ads and ordering from retailers that I do not know if they're reputable. So if I see something on there I want, I usually end up just going and trying to find it on Amazon, which I was able to. And I did look at it right before this. It's $39.99. I will attempt to put the link in the notes for this. Anyway, coolest thing about this is, okay, so it's a little heavy. It's probably a couple pounds. You slide it to open it. So slide, don't lift, and then lift. Comes out, it goes like that. You screw it down. Has a remote that fits right in there that will turn the light on. Well, press and hold and turn the bottom light on, or press and hold, turn the top light on, and you'll see why it has two lights in a second. Oh, you can change the brightnesses too. They get significantly brighter and change colors. So let me see if I can go ahead and turn them both off. There's also power buttons back here. So you can turn them off. This thing extends like 4 feet. Goes like 4 feet straight up. But the coolest part here is that it has a hinge right here. So you can flip it out, and I would do it this way at this point because my phone is heavy. We'll probably have it elevated a little bit higher, obviously. It's a little stiff, it's new. And so you turn the lower facing light on. You have your phone connector or phone holder up here. You flip those little guys up, and then, put your phone in. So you would want, I would probably end up taking the case off because of the little piece back there. But you have your phone on the end there. I would probably flip that because I think that would probably be a little less. And that's probably why it's so heavy, is so that it can accommodate the weight of your phone sitting out there. But you get it all hooked in. I would definitely have to take off the, what do you call that thing? Pop socket, to get it to fit just right. So you can use the better camera. Obviously, your forward-facing camera is not the good one. The one in the back is, so you'd want it facing down. And then you can also flip it a little bit so that you can see what you're recording if you're recording something out in front of you. thought that was really freaking awesome. And it's also very usable as just a work light when you're traveling. Um, I do a lot of recording for work. Well, I shouldn't say a lot. I don't do the down facing very often, but it's really handy. I mean, because I used to try to put this camera that I'm filming on right now on a tripod, leaned over way funky to get it downward facing, like if I'm trying to teach somebody how to put something together. So this, I think, is going to work really well for that. And this is supposed to stay up, so it probably just needs to be tightened up. Haven't really messed with it a whole bunch. You could use it to film facing up like that, facing you. Yeah, so I'll have to play with it more, but I thought it was pretty neat, and I think it would be really handy um, for especially for folks who are doing recording when they work. If they want to be able to show their hands and what they're doing. And yeah, that little remote sits right, and it does Bluetooth to your phone, so you can take a still shot or stop your video, which is pretty cool. And then you just slide it closed. Figured it out. I had flipped this guy, and it was too big to fit that way. Got to turn it back that way, and then it closes. Boom, just like that. Closes up nice and neatly. So that's pretty much it. Was a pretty uneventful week, and so hopefully I will get this done. Hopefully I'll stay recording on some semblance of a program here. And although I can't guarantee that with the busy fall that I have coming up. So have a great rest of your day. And again, thanks for commenting, subscribing, liking, all those great things everybody does. I appreciate it more than you know. And I'm going to sign off and tell you, enjoy the stitch. I'm just stealing from everybody. That's Kathy's line, right? So have a great weekend, guys.